Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. And it is time to start a new adventure. Well, a new Sierra adventure, I should say, because we are now going to embark on a classic. Although we're playing the VGA remake. Warning, there will be puns galore in this. As we are beginning Quest for Glory, originally released as Hero's Quest. Quest for Glory 1, so you want to be a hero. Now, this series was originally intended to be 4 games, but it got turned into 5. And yes, we do have to go through the credits. Now, you could be one of 3 heroes. I do want to try and play through this as all 3 types of heroes. You could be a fighter, a magic user, or a thief. We're going to be a magic user. Alright. Now we have... So we have to, Oh yeah, I can't add bugger. Alright, can I add to my health? No. So, I've got to add to the various different ones here. Oh, wait, I gotta do it by key, don't I? Okay, it won't let me do that. Ah, that's how I do it. Yeah, to put something in a whole new skill. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to need climbing as a magic user. But we should add something to our weapon use. I'll up strength, and I'll up luck. So we are heading to the humble town of Speilburg. This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are two people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person, smoking a pipe, looks like he might be the sheriff. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be a kind of town type thing. So we have made our way into town. So we are going to be starting this. See, we basically have entered Spielberg. And I think this town is supposed to be called. The land is Spielberg, the town is Amblin. Yep. So, we have entered Spielberg. So let us, a man with the pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You're lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. Well, I guess I'm going to have to talk to these people. It would help to learn some things. Let's ask about the mountains. You should know. You came down from there. Oh. Town. This town was named after the Barons of Speilburg. Okay, maybe it is Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you are interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. Good to know. The Baron. Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years. Magic? Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, all right. The inn. Go talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there. Oh. The guild hall. The guild hall is at the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. Oh, nice to know. Alright, so let's talk something else. Monsters. The monsters come down from the mountains every winter, but they're usually gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them. Who's Wolfgang? Wolfgang, down at the guild hall, is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them. Okay. Guild hall. Guild southwest corner is at the southwest corner of town. If you look at, yeah, I know. Okay. Something else. Okay, the brigands. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. Oh dear. The merchant. The one who was robbed? He's staying at the inn, I believe. Oh. Damn, Otto. Ian. We'll talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there. Okay. Treasure. Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. You get no response. Danger? My friend, this world is filled with danger. Sometimes I think it might be better to choose your danger, rather than sitting around waiting for it, as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I am content enough to be Sheriff of Speilburg. Let's see, yeah. Okay, so we did that. Da-da-da. We did that. Adventure. You need to talk to the Baron about that, or go ask Wolfgang down at the Guild Hall, which is just down the street. So maybe you're going to be a hero. Well, we could surely use one of those around here, with all the brigands. Okay. Baron, yeah, we discussed that. Wolfgang, we discussed that. And the Guild Hall. What's your name? I am Sheriff Ott Schultz Meisterdom, and this is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Okay. Otto? Otto is a big help to me. He's very smart for a goon. His prisoners only suffer a few broken bones when he grabs them. It took a bit of doing to teach him to bring prisoners back alive, but he hardly ever forgets now. Okay. Prisoners? It's simple. When someone breaks the law and we catch them, we hold them prisoner. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now let us go in to the Hero Tail Inn. Hero's Tail Inn. Welcome, welcome, traveler, to the Hero's Tail Inn. I am Shamin, at your service. May you find what you seek here. He is a kata. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest. You will be served by my Shima. Well, let's ask about things. Room. Very nice room, very soft beds, finest in town. Only 5 silvers a night. Oh, okay. Food. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest. You will be served by my Shima. Oh, well, in due time. Merchant. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time. Oh. Robbery? Alas, the brigands stole all of Abdullah's wealth and mine own when they robbed his caravan. Now I will be forced to stay in this wet, cold land. Brigands. I know little about them except they must be wealthy now. Wealth. I hope to return to my homeland with the profits Abdullah, Shima, and I would make from the caravan. Now I fear we will remain here unless someone deals with the brigands and returns our stolen trade items. Ooh, sounds like a quest. Shapir, a land of golden sand and tall mountains, a city of tall buildings and winding streets. A place where Kata can bask in the sun as they sell things in the bazaar. It is our homeland and a place we long to be. Yeah, like caravan. In my homeland, a caravan is the only way to travel from city to city. Oh, okay. Your name? I am Shamin, a poor unfortunate forced to seek a fortune in this cold land, far away from my homeland and my Kata people. We live far to the south in the desert lands of Shapir. Some day we may yet return there. Kata. We are a race of desert dwellers and wanderers of the endless sands. You know, he's the cat. This is the first time I'm actually taking notice, but the cat look very similar to the most dangerous, the most lethal feline of the felines in the world, which is the black-footed cat. They're cute, small little things with a 60% kill ratio. Up here. Oh yeah, we do all that. Okay. Town. Spielberg is a sad place for an innkeeper, for few travelers visit because of the brigands. Oh, this is a cold land for a kata. Sheriff. He comes in with his wife sometimes for food. He is very wise and generous. Good. Otto. There's no end to the food that one can eat. I can imagine. Okay. In. This is the Hero's Tale Inn, where Shima and I will be delighted to serve you. The softest and safest of beds, the richest and finest of foods await you. You have but to command. Shima. Shima is my beloved, and she can cook and keep an inn as few others. When she dances, there is true magic. If we ever return to Shapir, then she will again dance. Okay. Now I want to just check something here because I want to check what I have in my allotment here. You have 4 gold pieces and 10 silver pieces, weighing 0.2 pounds. Hmm. Well, we have done pretty much everything except talk to Shima. You take a seat at the table nearest the fire. So this is Shima. I am Shima. Allow me to serve you, wanderer from afar. Do you wish food or drink? Okay, well, we've see. Room. You would have to give a shamin 5 silvers, and you may have a bed to dream upon. Food. We have very good stew of newborn lamb, along with honey chicken, for a mere 3 silvers. Coffee is included in the price of the meal. I'm not a coffee drinker. We have rich black coffee, freshly ground and brewed as only my people do. Such coffee will bring you to your full alertness. It is but a silver. Okay, let's ask some questions. It is Shireen who is the speaker for the house, for I have much work to do to serve you. If you wish to know more about such things, then you should speak to him. Okay, well, let's. Your name, Shima, which means in the words of the kata, she of the dance. Oh, nice. Your homeland? Our homeland is to the south. It is called Shapir. Yes, Shapir. Shapir is where we kata come from. It is warm and glowing, and the sun is always bright. Nice. Kata? Kata are a quiet, gentle people. It is true I love to dance, but my soul cannot fly so far from home. Oh, bummer. Okay. Merchant. Abdullah will always be our guest and friend. Abdullah, too, is from the land of Shapir. Robbery. Abdullah will be honored to tell you of that. Okay. So I have to ask him. Shamin, he is my soulmate. Okay. Okay. That is all. I don't need any food right now, I don't think. Okay, let me just check something here. Let's see. Can I check what time it is? I forget how to do that. Okay, let me do the save though. I'm gonna just do the save. I guess I have to use the chance for right now. So right now we've gotten so much information. All right. The eye over the magic shop door seems to be watching you. Gee, I wonder why. Well, let us go in. I'm sure we can find things out, but also gain some extra things as we are a magic user. Ancient balance are balance scale. Zara thinks it will help her maintain a sense of balance. There are a few Dead Sea Scrolls, a couple of Red Sea Scrolls, a C++ scroll written in assembly language, and others even more esoteric. I took a course on assembly language when I was in college. See why? Okay. Scrolls covered with mysterious symbols and arcane incantations. Well then. Oh. Nice entrance. I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. Well, let's talk to her. Ask about. I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. Oh. Fairy folk? We are a people of power and magic, and live in the forests far beyond the mountains to the west. Power. Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. Nice. Okay. Damiano. Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic. Familiar. A familiar is a creature of magical ability which has been summoned to serve the wizard. The summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell and can be cast but once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives. Yeah, that's an actual belief when it comes to magic and that. The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, although you cannot always judge power by a familiar's shape. Yes, okay. No, we know. Well, we'll learn. Magic. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magic scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spell casting, the greater you shall become. Nice. Yeah, because we have your spells don't. Okay. Initiation. When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become a full wizard. There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here. Yeah. Okay. Wizard. A wizard is one who both shapes magic and is shaped by it. Erasmus and I are the only wizards in this valley. Oh. Erasmus? Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called Zauberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor. Oh good, I love humor. Power Potion. The Power Potion restores your magical energy and costs 75 silver. Journey. There are many entrances to the halls of magical mastery in the south. After you've gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south. If you are indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls. Yep, okay. Hero. Master the arts arcane. Use those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero. She's very knowledgeable. Speilburg. There is much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town, and a good deal of magic in this valley. Okay. Town. There is an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls, there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places. Aura. An aura is a spell of protection surrounding something. The town is still protected by the aura cast by the great spellcaster, Irana. Irana? Irana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now, her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Yeah, we'll have to learn about that. Her final resting place is due north of town, and it is a place of both safety and healing. It is known as Irana's Peace. Okay. Alrighty. Aura Valley. There is much power in this valley, and it attracts those who use magic. I am here. Erasmus has his house on Zauberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. Erasmus is a wizard and spellcaster. Yeah, we went through that. Un momento. Okay. He lives in the tower northeast of the town, at the top of a steep mountain. He can be very helpful if approached properly. Oh, yeah, we went through all that. Baba Yaga. She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed Baron von Speilburg when he tried to drive her away. Oh. Hut. Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on chicken legs, and you must know the rhyme to enter. Rhyme. I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore do not know the rhyme. Curse. This is Baba Yaga's curse cast upon the Baron years ago. Upon von Speilburg and all his clan, the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows more about this. Wait, we did that. And again? Erasmus makes a point of studying the effects of magic upon mortals. There is little about magic in this area that Erasmus does not know. Okay. Baron. He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anger Baba Yaga. Okay. Magic shop. What I sell here are merely tools to help those who have power. You may purchase restorative potions and scrolls from which you may learn spells, if you have the potential. Okay. I think potential. A true magic user has the innate affinity for magic. There is also the ability to store power, which ordinary mortals do not have. Nice. Spells. We have several magical spells on study scrolls. You may purchase Fire Dart for 60 silver, Fetch for 40, or the Open spell for 30. I could use them. I also know you can find a spell if you learn the secret of Arana's peace. Oh. Fire Dart. This is the spell that lets you cast a magical flame upon your enemy. The spell scroll will cost you 60 silver. Fetch. The fetch spell allows you to lift or lower a lightweight object from a distance. The spell scroll will cost you 40 silver. Oh. Open. It is a spell that allows you at first to unfasten simple locks and nuts. As you gain in skill, you can even open doors with it. The spell scroll will cost you 30 silver. Oh. Zap. That is the spell that lets you place magical energy upon a weapon. The energy will be released as magical damage when you hit your enemy. Oh, okay. Scrolls. The scrolls we sell are magical. You have but to read the spell and you will learn it. Nice. Arana's Peace. To the north of town, surrounded by the mountains, is an alpine valley that is rumored to be the final resting place for Arana, although no one is certain what happened to her. It is certainly a magical place of safety. There is also supposed to be a gift there for magic users who are clever enough to find it. Okay. Arana. Yep. Arana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now, her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Yep. Yes, we win all that. Okay. So, potions. We have potions of healing, vigor, and power for purchase from our shop. Power potion. Power potion restores your magical energy and costs 75 silver. Healing. The healing potion will cost you 50 silver. It is made by the healer outside of town. Vigor. Vigor potions restore your stamina. After you have exerted yourself, they cost 25 silver each. Okay. Okay, so we have the zap spell. So what we're gonna need So we're gonna get fetch. So let's your money's no good here. Coals are, for example, yeah, a toaster oven, very rarely used. Electricity hasn't been invented yet. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna get the fetch spell right now. As you read the spell scroll, the spell is ingrained in your mind. Alright, so now we have a spell. Nice exit. She's really sleeping soundly and doesn't notice you're present. Yeah, that's your standard speak in. Spells don't seem to work here. Okay. Well, let's go in the guild hall. This Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, troll, griffin, dragon, cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp adorns the walls. Oh, schnit. That one jumped by quick. Well, let's look at this. This looks like it must have been a particularly nasty troll. You wouldn't want to meet him in the dark forest. Troll slain by Wolfgang Abentenur. Oh. Even in death, this monster remains awesome. Dragon slain by Baron Stefan von Spielberg. Head is like a panther's, but with a strong human-like quality. It is still rather frightening. Cheetar slain by Wolfgang Abentenur. Yeah. It's certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The plaque reads, Antwerp. Slain by two guys from Andromeda. Crossbreed of eagle and lion could have torn a man apart when it was alive. Reads Griffin, slain by Wolfgang. Black under the moose says, courtesy of the Sierra Online Props Department. Okay. I never saw a purple Saurus before you came to Speilburg, but it looks like a really stupid monster. Plaque reads Saurus, slain by Hans Halfwitten. It was probably easy to slay because it just they appear by going, I love you, you love me. Okay. Okay, we got a message board, or job board. Reward for return of lost ring. Inquire at the healers. Okay. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at Speilburg Castle gates. Okay. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture of or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Speilburg Castle gates. Oh. Wanted, brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance, wears a cloak, must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and the title of Hero of the Realm. Inquire Speilburg Castle gates. Notice, spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. Huh. Okay. Poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Barnard von Spielberg. Inquire at Speilburg Castle gates. Well, all the jobs are definitely interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to have to sign the book. So let's sign the book. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. Tapestry is so rotten it would probably fall apart at the slightest touch. The guildmaster appears to be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get closer. Okay. Ah, I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley's cursed. Then she turned around and I was staring into the biggest... Oh, it's you, my friend. Guild Hall. This is where an adventurer can find out who needs someone brave and courageous. There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. It's also a good place to talk about adventurers on a cold afternoon. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there are too few adventurers in Speilburg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands, or they just got too old. Adventurers. Did I ever tell you about the time when Schultz and I rid this valley of Antwerps? Yeah. We were real adventurous then, and this was a real guild hall. Now we are just old men, and this is just a place to tell old stories. Monsters. You can see some of the types of monsters that live around here if you look at our walls. There are trolls, griffins, cheetars, mantrays, and goblins wandering in the woods. I hear there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in this valley. There was a time when Schultz and I would have gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we are just too old for that now. Troll. Trolls are very tough. Fortunately, they only come out at night, though it's very dangerous at night. Saurus. The Saurus is a monster easy to avoid and easy to kill for a skilled adventurer. Ogres. Ogres are a lot like goons, but even meaner. Not as bright, though. Goblins. Goblins are not tough, but when they gang up, they can take out an unwary adventurer. Cheetar. Cheetars are ferocious creatures that charge out of nowhere and try to tear you to shreds. Sometimes they succeed. Mantrays. Those weird things are magical. They are best avoided. Saurus Rex. Don't mistake those things for Sauruses. When they come at you, it is sometimes best just to run away. Bulletin board. Over on the wall over there is where the jobs are posted for adventurers. Some have been there a long time now. There just aren't too many good adventurers around here lately. Reward. You need to talk to either the Baron or the healer about that. Healer. Her house is just north of the town gate. She's a nice woman. Castle. The castle is just north of the healer's house. Trophies. Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on those walls. Dragon. One day, years ago, a pair of dragons tried to take over our valley. We adventurers rode out to meet them. Oh. Okay, see, we missed part of it. I can still see Stefan von Speilburg charging forward on his black horse. He slew that dragon whose head that you see on the wall, and the other one flew off. I hear people see that other dragon flying high overhead sometimes, but has never dared to attack us again. Interesting. Antwerp. This valley was overrun by those odd monsters one year. Schultz and I fought long and hard to rid the valley of these things. We might have failed even so, had it not been for those two peculiar tourists who came to our aid. Tourists? They said they were from some place called Andromeda. Must be someplace south of here, I guess. They certainly were odd. moose. That was the most vicious moose I ever saw. Nearly bit my nose off. Troll. I remember the day I killed one. It was the biggest I had ever seen. It put up a tough fight, but I was tougher. You can see the results on the wall. Okay. The cheetar. Watch out for cheetars. I bear the scars of my fight with the one on the wall to this day. Still, it is stuffed, and I am still alive. Okay. Saurus. I remember when Hans killed the one there. It was a tough fight for him. Hans Halfwitten. He wasn't much of an adventurer, but he did manage to kill a Saurus before he made the mistake of tangling with a troll. Okay. Name. I am Wolfgang Abentuar, the guild master of this hall. Oh. Guild master. I suppose to keep track of all the adventurers and make sure they sign their names in the log. There was a time when I would go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got into too much trouble, but I don't get out much now. Interesting. Oh, we did that one. Curse. With the Baron losing his son and daughter, Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands, it has just been one thing after another. Baron. Baron von Speilburg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. Well, no brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. Baron's son. Now there was a hero and worthy of the name Bernard of von Speilburg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign of Bernard's body was ever found. Baron's daughter. Ilsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She was her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up, except the Baron's jester Yorick. Yorick? Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa. Baba Yaga. She is the center of our problems. I think Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Speilburg tried to force her to leave his valley, but she cursed him. Now the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. Hero. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful, but uses his courage and brains and skills to become the best he can be. Brigands. There is a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leaders of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. Okay. Speilburg. Speilburg town is small now that most people have been driven off by the brigands. This is such a pretty place, too, with the mountains, forests, and waterfalls. Mountains. The mountains surrounding this valley are very high. Snow covers the tops all year long. The only way out of Speilburg Valley is through the pass, though I hear that is blocked by snow now. There's snow again. Forests. The forests are full of monsters and strange creatures. There are some nice waterfalls to the southeast of town. They fill Mirror Lake, which is lovely icy cold all year round. Oh yeah, I did that, and we forest. Yeah, full straight. Wait. Forests are full of monsters and strange creatures. There are some that. Okay. So we did all that. Town. Did. Town. This town used to be a thriving city before the brigands drove most of the people off. Oh. Magic shop. I don't know much about magic, but the woman who runs that place scares me. Dry goods. Kaspar at the store would like to be an adventurer, or so he says. He spends too much time dreaming and not enough doing, I think. Tavern. Ah! I have never liked that place. The bartender smiles all the time, but he is not very friendly. Crusher lives up to his name. He is nasty even for a goon. Goon? A goon is a lot like an ogre. Not as tough, but a little smarter. The sheriff's Otto and Crusher at the tavern are both goons. Yeah. Bakery. I think the bakery is almost always closed now. The baker tries to stay away from his wife. Butcher. I don't think the butcher shop is open much anymore either. Farmer's Market. Farmer's Mart is run by the centaurs, Heinrich Pfefferfern and his daughter Hildy. Centaur. There are not too many centaurs in this land. Heinrich and Hildy are good people. Okay. Schultz Meisterson. Schultz Meisterson and I have been friends for a long time. He, too, was once a real adventurer. Now he is just the sheriff of this town. Otto. I like Otto even if he is a goon. Schultz has him almost trained. Okay. Goon, yeah, I know. We did do that. Okay. So we've done all that. That's the cheetah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we've done enough for today. Yeah, sleep well. I mean, we're just getting our bearings in town here, so that's understandable. Oh, that's how I check the time of day. Mid-afternoon on day 1. So what we're going to do, we're going to save it here. And next time round, we're going to head to the Farmer's Mart, the dry goods shop. Finish some things off before we head into the next part of the next part of things. We are going to have to do a lot of learning here and start building up our character. But this is a role-play game. That is to be expected. Now, if you made it this far, please put in the comments. Otto's good with his yo-yo. And next time, like I said, we'll continue this. I have not played through this game in years. And I do mean years. So it's going to be an interesting journey again. And the last time I played through all 5 of these games, I did it as a Magic user. So I'm doing it again. And maybe in the future, I'm going to do this as maybe a warrior or a fighter, or and as a thief. That is at least my initial plan. Until next time, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the playthroughs I have. They premiere every day at 3 p.m. in Eastern Time in a 2-week cycle, where besides this, I'm working my way through the Doom franchise, following Doom Guy / Doom Slayer. Currently on Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods Part 2. I do not own the Dark Ages yet. I'm working my way through the Evil Within games. I'll be starting Evil Within 2. Working my way through the Tomb Raider Survivor timeline now, currently on Tomb Raider 2013, the first of that timeline. Working my way through Dandara, Tales of Trials of Fear. Working my way through Ori and the Blind Forest. Working my way through the Siberia series, currently on Siberia 3. And I'm done with BioShock, so I have started a Night in the Woods. An interesting little game. And a bunch of others in that 3 p.m. time slot. I also have stuff that premieres weekly at 10 a.m. Sunday mornings until it's done, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. Monday mornings, nothing, at least at the time this recording is made. Tuesday mornings are for fic readings. Wednesday, one of the first 7 Final Fantasies, first 3 Final Fantasy Legends are Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. Thursday, Dead by Daylight. Friday, a fighting game, ladder or story mode, and Saturday, a retrospective for a game or series I've beaten the story mode on. So, until next time, take care all, and have fun. Bye all.